Earlier in spring, I had a video showing everybody that one of my projects was going to be on the back side of our acre of land, and I had everything staked out. So my shipment of trees have arrived, and my plans are to start a nut orchard. Now, it's going to be a small nut orchard, but I want to start it off small and see how everything works out for ourselves. But I already went ahead and I planted the hazelnut seedlings yesterday. Now, the hazelnuts, known as filberts, will probably get about 8 to 10 feet tall, and I put them in the front row because everything that I'm going to be planting here is going to be a little bit taller towards the back side of them. And I'm also going to go ahead and as they get taller, keep the hazelnuts pruned nicely so that we can keep them shaped up and keep them under control. So I went ahead and I planted these yesterday. These are the sizes that they ended up shipping to me. I went with the larger sizes to give the plants a nice jump start. Now, what I also want to show you is, so we're going to move down to this other row. I'm going to receive the shipment of tamaracks, and you know my favorite tree is the tamarack tree. I'm going to show you how to go ahead and plant them properly to make sure that they get a good jump start out. So over here by the bucket here I ended up buying some super gel. Now, the super gel is kind of a jelly substance, and you can mix it up in about 2.5 gallons of water with 1 ounce of super gel. So when you put the super gel down into the water, stir it, and it thickens up. Now, what it does for the tree is it sticks to the roots, and then as it goes into the ground, it keeps the roots nice and moist, so it has a proper beginning of life of absorbing as much moisture as possible that's into the ground. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just kind of show you 2 or 3 of them and how they're done. Hang in there, because I think some of this stuff is quite important when it comes to planting your stock. So I'm going to go ahead, kind of shake off some of that super gel. And what I want to do is look for some of the smaller ones here that are going to just need a little bit more sunlight to get going. So we're going to go ahead with maybe these 4 here. Now, I went with the smaller size of the tamaracks because once they get established, they grow rapidly, and then like in my past videos, they will grow at least 2 to 3 feet a year or more, depending on the circumstances of the environment. So I'm going to take one of them, shake it off, and I'm going to take my long-nosed shovel, and what I'm going to do is just take it like this, bring it up, a little bit of a hole here. Now, I want to show you the root system of these tamaracks. Now, where you want to go ahead and plant the tamaracks in the ground is, here is kind of like the end of the root system, right here at the top. That's the area. Now watch, I'm going to show you how it's done. That's the area where you want to go ahead, hit it in the ground, and it has to be just below the surface, that last ring of roots. And then I go ahead, press it down, get all the air pockets out, and then after I'm going to show you the 2 or 3 of them, how it's done. And then what I normally do is soak them in real good, probably about 1 inch a week. Keep them moist. Even if you get some rain, get them another inch of rain. What you want to do is the very first few months of any type of tree, just needs moisture to get them jump started and get them going. And it's very important that if you keep this whole area, like right around in here, as moist as possible, that would be best. But you know, don't overdo it. You know, if you get some rainy spells in there, you know, back off on your watering, because Mother Nature will help you out too. But you want to keep it as moist as possible, about 1 inch a week. And you know, be faithful about it. On windy days, it'll probably dry out really fast, and you need to be out here and stay on top of it, because you could possibly end up losing them. So I'm going to take you down to the next spot here. Now, same situation here. Look for that last ring of roots, and there they are. It's right there. Go ahead. Get a nice hole in here. Now, what you also have to be careful of is when the root systems start getting wider. You got a great big root bulb that's getting, you know, wide on both sides. Let's say you get a tree that's got root system extending out on both directions. You have to go ahead, and this one here is probably getting there, but what we have to do is we've got to dig a big enough hole, and we don't want it to be wound up. We want it to be able to go in its own little direction. Now, you have to kind of eyeball, see where that last shot of roots are at. And get them in there. As you can see, some of these are already starting to come out of dormancy. They're starting to sprout. Now, when you order trees from any company or just any nursery and they're bare root, I know sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate and you don't get a chance to get out and take care of everything right away, but try to get them into the ground as fast as possible. Now, I received these yesterday, and the weather is just perfect for me right now, so I'm trying to get them into the ground as quick as possible. And then for the next few days, I'm just gonna water and soak them in, and then kind of monitor it from that point out. So when you get a bare root in the mail, try to get it in as soon as possible. Now, here's a good sign of soil, the worms. And when you got worms in your soil, that's a good thing. So we're going to go ahead and put that little guy back into the soil here. I'm going to cover him up and let him do his job. So anyway, I don't want to bore you with another planting, but I just wanted to touch base with you. I do have some other trees I'm going to put into the ground, and I'm going to make another video of the variety that I'm going to be doing as soon as I get these tamaracks done. But from Northeast Iowa, home of our B&B, give me a thumbs up if you like the content, and subscribe, and hey, happy gardening.